Already in.
Call it closer. Even our little new guys who are 18.
Ready?
Yes.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody. Why are you guys enrolled at SPSCC?
I'm only enrolled at SPSCC because I had to do the FES program.
To do what program?
Fire and Emergency Services Technology is the program that we're in to do it's a fire program.
Okay.
And so that's why we're on the fire. What's up? Yeah, dude, we're recording. Yeah, we're recording, so like you're on tape now.
Good shot of him too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Dean likes
You can
that.
come
And
back.
I'm gonna write some weird stuff like, did you see the physique on that dude when you walked in there?
He's really worried about it, so
Yeah.
he'll appreciate that.
That's good.
He's gonna make like 3 passes
Yeah.
over the course
Yeah,
of the day.
yeah.
I'm gonna be like, he needs to get into the gym more. and-
Yeah. His traps are really not showing.
The shirt will suddenly be
Get to
on.
the top.
You won't even know. Like,
Please.
you'll just look over and you're like, what the hell?
Team, leave it on.
Ooh.
Alright.
That's why I'm enrolled in SPS.
Okay.
Just for the FES program. I love the FES
I
program.
don't actually write anything down.
Yeah, it's easier.
Yes.
This is my 3rd or 4th time attempting college, so this is the 3rd major I've decided to try, and I love it. So I'm going to, well, my goal is to find a career that I love and doesn't feel like work. And I found it in AutoCAD.
And what is the major?
Computer-aided drafting.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Got it. Same page.
So I'm doing this degree because I'm unemployed and the Army has a post 9/11 bill that pays me money to go to college, gives me an opportunity to make some money to supplement my retirement, and in the process of doing so, take some of my 113 credit hours and actually get a piece of paper out of it.
So what degree are you going for?
Psychology.
Okay.
But it's I kind of backed off of that, and I'm just finishing my 2-year associate of arts, and then I'm going to give all the rest of my credits to my daughter so that she's able to finish her 4-year degree with the remainder of my benefits.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I did SPS when I was in high school and finished most of a 2-year degree just for basic AA. And then got out of high school, wanted to do this program, and couldn't afford to do it. And I didn't want to go into student loan debt. And I worked a couple odd jobs and ended up being forcibly removed from one of my jobs after an accident. They don't like, yeah. And
I feel like you
guys are
should
fired.
elaborate on that.
well,
Yeah, why don't you
so
elaborate,
Pretty
Chase?
funny.
I was driving a delivery truck for Fran's Bread, and it turns out if they let you lie on those DOT forms and work as many hours as you humanly want to, working 80-hour weeks for months on end, eventually I ended up falling asleep driving a truck.
Lesson learned.
Yeah, it hits 2 cars and you push them really
Pulling
far.
hose.
Was everybody okay?
Yeah, everybody was fine. I was freaking out. The cop ended up not even giving me a ticket, which was pretty cool. But I was given the opportunity to quit my job, so I did. And then trying to figure out what I wanted to do, I remembered I wanted to do the fire program at a high school, and I ended up coming back and doing it. And it's been pretty much eye-opening for, oh yeah, this is what I want it to be. Like, it's the career I want.
Good.
For sure.
Stick to it, man.
Yeah.
You don't
Well,
want
I
to
mean-
be 45 years old and trying to figure out still what you want to do with your life.
The craziest thing is to look at my GPA from when I was in high school. I was rocking like a 2.9, really didn't care, and now, I mean, I got a B and was like, what? This is awful. So, a lot more. And I'm paying for it, so I guess that
Really
really.
should care a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't want to waste my money.
So you should ask that question now, and then I'm just going to mark down. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mark down, and when we get to like 12 questions between all of us, then we can decide what we want to do with it.
Okay.
All right.
And then we can just each get a copy of the video, and
Yeah,
we can
I'll
write a paper off of that, don't you think?
yeah,
That's cool.
I'll be able to upload it to YouTube and then just give you guys all the links.
Or if you guys got thumb drives, we can give copies too. So
I might.
I do.
I don't. Oh, I might.
If I do, it's buried in my card.
Ask questions.
My card.
Yes, serious.
What do you consider to be your greatest accomplishment and why? Starting teachers.
Oh. Let's see.
Dude, I looked up job interview questions.
I hate job interview questions.
Taking it from our career program.
I am, dude. You should have this locked down.
Yeah, no, in all actuality, my last job was kind of one of my greater achievements, with not the ending of it, but I was the youngest CDL driver the company had ever had. And it was kind of, I'd worked from them from when I was 18, and as soon as I hit 21, I just hit promotion after promotion after promotion, and it was pretty crazy to be as high as I was in the company for being 21, and it was really cool. I was super proud of it.
That's cool. I would be too.
Yeah.
Mine would have to be more of a physical accomplishment, which is what I described in my video. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet.
I can
But
tell you exactly.
yeah,
what it
you
is.
had a really good analysis of that.
Did it fit?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It did. It fit
So
really
was I
well.
off base or was I okay?
You were good. You were pretty
Cool.
spot on, except for the hat. But I'll comment on that later and I'll know why. So, but I went on this. Okay, so I had cancer and they removed most of my shoulder blade, and I didn't have any strength in that right after my surgery. So I had to basically build that strength up again. Like I couldn't even lift like a cup up onto the
Oh,
counter.
wow.
Yeah, like it was pretty much dead. And so having to work so hard at that with a toddler, by the way, at the same time. Yeah, I managed to kayak by myself, like in my own kayak down a class 3 rapid like river.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's probably the biggest achievement.
But the thing is, she was the only one to successfully negotiate the practice exercises during the training for the kayaking trip, and she also jumped off of a 30-foot training trestle into the water.
I
Well,
did.
I mean, your balls are bigger than mine.
Whoa, that's intense. I'm not a heights guy.
Yeah, me either.
Good
Or-
thing this video is not going on.
Oh yeah, we're not posting this.
Oh no.
Even if we are, there's been swear words in all of my videos, and they haven't all been me either.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Like
fun.
other people.
I haven't seen any of your videos.
That's okay.
Don't take it to heart. It's just a comment, because in her comments, in the teacher's comments, she says that we're not just supposed to sit there and relate. We're supposed to kind of critique
Mhm.
a little bit. You know,
Yeah,
it's
it's true.
kind of hard to do because I don't know you. You don't know me.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't want to say something to
Wicked
offend
hard to
you.
do.
You know.
I'm not
So,
good at critiquing.
I
Yeah.
try and be like super positive and like,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
I play it safe.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely play it.
I don't want to ruffle feathers.
I ruffled some feathers though. I mentioned a thing about gun rights, and I ruffled some feathers.
Oh, I didn't read that.
Yeah.
That would have been good.
We don't need. To
I wish that we
discuss
weren't
though.
split up into 2 separate groups.
We're not.
with
Next week
class.
we're going all back to one whole group.
Are we?
It said, because I looked at the week 8 assignments.
I don't even know how it works, man. I don't know who's in what group and
Yeah.
what's in who group. I just do this.
You were in my group the first go, and
Yeah,
you were
you're in
too.
my group.
Now you're. I think we're in the same group still,
Yeah,
but there's other people.
yeah.
I don't know if anybody else from our 3 original group is in my group now.
I don't know,
one-
I'd have to look.
Yeah, Lacey, blonde girl, she's in it too.
Yeah, and Gabby maybe. No, I don't think
No,
she
I
is.
don't remember.
It
her
seems like
before.
Gabby and Lindsay, I think, have been in my group the whole time.
Really?
So I'll answer mine. For me, I'm the only of 7 children to graduate high school.
Oh.
I'm the only of 7 children to retire from the military. I'm the only of 7 children to graduate from any kind of college. So those are 3 equally great accomplishments. So.
I'll be the first one to get a degree in my family, so I'm hoping I can say that at some point.
Cool. It's your turn to come up with a question.
Are there any specific life-changing events or experiences you've encountered that have helped shape you into the person you are now? I'm gonna start that one.
Sure, I will, for sure. You ever seen anyone die in front of your eyes? In your arms?
Yes.
That would change your life. Definitely will. Did it shape me into who I am today? Yeah, because it gave me a greater respect for life, a greater respect for people, and a greater fear for what's around us. Not all I got to say.
Fish?
Ooh, my turn. So I guess a kind of life-changing event, I've already kind of detailed it, is getting off the career track that I spent 5 years of my life getting on, thinking it was what I was going to do for the rest of my life, and then having all of a sudden one day it was gone, and having no income, and all of a sudden going, well, what am I going to do now? And thankfully I had savings, I could pay rent, and ended up going back to school, which I think has realigned me to what I actually wanted to do, which is awesome.
For me, it's definitely getting involved in the fire service. I got started when I was 16, and at the time I was a skater kid and definitely very dedicated to going down that road. And kind of, I got involved here, and well, not here. Actually, got involved in Mount Vernon
You guys starting?
with Big Lake Fire Department,
Like 2 minutes.
and they had an interesting program. I was able to respond before I was 18, and just kind of because they needed the people, and I knew what I was doing to an extent.
That's scary.
It's pretty good to be able to get that
But-
at your age.
Yeah, it's
Terrifying.
it is terrifying, and I think that's kind of what straightened me out a little bit.
Yeah.
And so it was good. Definitely made me who I am today. I'd be wearing like skinny jeans and be all kinds of screwed up.
Skinny jeans.
Skinny jeans,
What's
dude.
wrong
I
with
used to
skinny
wear.
jeans?
I had skinny jeans and a mohawk. That was like
Are there
highlighted.
pictures?
There are
I need
pictures.
to become friends with your mom. I'm gonna get those somehow. Somewhere.
I want a picture of Keo.
Oh, I have a picture of us with him with long red hair.
Really?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll find it.
Thank you.
I took a picture of him when I was at his house.
Thank you so much.
What classes?
Psychology and human relations.
Our online
16.
human relations class.
I didn't do that one.
Oh, aren't you cool, do you know?
In public speaking.
He graduated from the FES program last year.
Yeah.
So you get rid of
You're a
him.
permanent firefighter.
No.
He's still volunteered for this department, but we're all still trying to get the career job.
I want to do career firefighting, but I actually have other career goals. Also, I want to be a chiropractor, athletic trainer, so I'm actually going to SPU next year. So cool. Yeah.
Good deal.
For hunting.
Good person for the interview.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You can mention Dee. I don't think she cares. She's probably interested.
Trust me, I will.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you guys have. This
I'm gonna have to
might be.
compare my paper to yours. This
Yeah.
is gonna be brutal.
Okay. Hey, limit your talking
Yeah.
about me to like one paragraph. All right.
Let's-
Like,
let's
and
not-
Austin showed up too. On to Chase.
Whoa! I was just saying, let's not write an insane
It's
paper
always
here.
been
I
my
gotta.
desire to be a writer, so
I know. I've seen your posts. I'm always impressed.
whatever. You have to answer your own question now. What was the question again?
It was, are there any specific life-changing events or experiences you've encountered that have helped shape you into the person you are now? So, you guys all know about my experience with cancer,
Yes.
the gist of it. That was probably the main one, but it also triggered a couple other events after that. So before my cancer, I would say I was just kind of coasting, and I didn't really know who I was or what I wanted to do, or didn't really want to push myself to try different career goals that were more intense or any of that. Actually, no, there was one event before that. So I was actually kicked out of my house when I was 17. Was that a nod of approval?
I chose to move out. I thought it was a great
I
idea.
think everybody, 16, 17, everybody's ready to leave.
Yeah, I was ready to leave.
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't know why to this day that I was kicked out. I think my mom gets me confused with my brother. But I was halfway through my junior year of high school, so I lived in a camping tent for an entire summer outside my dad's motorhome, to the point where my all of my room stuff was in there and it was getting moldy because of the rain. And then I rented a room from a lady out of the church my entire senior year and worked and paid my way through it. I think that shaped me a lot. I still graduated like with full credits and top of my class.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. And then cancer sort of made me realize who I wanted to be and that I wasn't pursuing life enough. And so it also kind of gives you a confidence in yourself, because once you are like completely sick and obviously sick for 14 months, which is how long my treatment lasted, even with like no hair, and I mean you have handicap parking because you can't manage to get the stamina to walk into the grocery store with a toddler kind of thing. You get so many looks, and the worst part is people avoid looking at you more than they look at you, because it's
I'm that guy that would scare you, because I'd be like, "Can I help you now? Let me pick your daughter up and put her in the bag." You'd be like, "Oh, go away." That's kind of guy.
I probably wouldn't, because so many people, they just avoid you. They like the plague.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and so you sort of learn to have more confidence in yourself and not give a shit what everybody else thinks, which is what I needed actually at that point. But yeah, and then the first Descents trip empowered me and gave me the confidence I needed to get out of a bad marriage. And those are the big key points in my life.
Awesome. All right. What key characteristics do you feel motivate you in life?
So, I have this absolute burning desire to be a great dad. My dad left when I was a month or 2 months old. Kind of just left my mom, and my mom is like super mom. She ended up getting left 3 times by 3 different dudes and had 3 sons, all in the same things. I don't know if she's crazy. She seems really sane to me, but really bad taste in guys. But she provided for us. We weren't always like super well off. We didn't really have anything, but we always had food. We always had a home. And then I kind of just have always had this desire that, well, parts of that kind of suck. I didn't get to learn a lot of things from a dad, and I want to make sure that when I have kids, that the kids get the full experience.
Okay, that's awesome. That's killer question. Good answer. What key characteristics do you feel motivate you in life?
Well, more than anything, I think I'm motivated. I kind of have a kind of a restlessness on the inside that just kind of, I'm never really happy with my work, and I can nitpick it, and I always want to do better, and it's like I'm never good enough for me, and so I'm always trying to improve. But then other days, it's like, oh, screw it. But it's like you just gotta make it better, always, do everything you can. And so I think that's helped me a lot in the fire service, because nothing but perfection is gonna really make the cut. But in like day-to-day life, I might spend too long writing a paper, or answering a question or something.
Or in an interview.
Yeah, exactly. It's terrible.
And kind of in line with mine.
It seems like those are the qualities that people who really make a difference have.
Bye, Chase. Not you.
I don't think so. I gotta go check.
Is the answer not yet?
That's awesome.
Attention 94, agent at 91, BLS response. 3340, Lady Fern Loop Northwest. Crosses Redford Drive Northwest. Record Ida 12 on channel 5. Engine 94, agent at 91, BLS response. 3340, Lady Fern Loop Northwest. Crosses Redford Drive Northwest. Record Ida 12 on channel 5, 2006. KKT for 56.
Sounds like the Cambridge Court of Witness.
Yeah. It sounds like it's exactly there. How do you know?
Had friends that lived over in that area.
Yeah, it's that same area.
So you can answer the question now. What key characteristics do you feel motivate you in life?
Well, my mom probably is the biggest one. She was never around and was always. She dropped out of college to raise 3 kids by herself, pretty much, and took over a failing family business and was never around, and we were left to fend for ourselves most of the time. So I think that's probably my biggest motivator in getting a degree and having a decent paying job, because I don't want to struggle financially and not be there for my kid, like I experienced. And then I also want to be a better mother to my child because of how my mom mothered. She wasn't a good mother, but she did the best that she could.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's pretty good. And I think that ties right in with what mine is. Mine is a fear of failure. And truthfully, I don't think I've ever failed in anything in my life. But I always feel like I did. I always feel like I didn't do good enough. And it always causes me to look back instead of forward. And then when I do get myself to look forward, I have this anxiety inside of me that I'm not going to be able to be good enough, and it causes me a lot of distractions in my life, a lot of doubts, and it really messes with my confidence.
Where do you think that comes from?
I mean, I always lived to make my mom happy when I was younger. She was many of the same characteristics you explained about your mom, and she never had the child who graduated high school or got a college degree or was anything successful. We were trailer trash. We were white trash. And then marrying my wife, she's a Hispanic lady. She has a certain level of expectations, and she is like cut and dry, and I mean there's no slack. So I always feel like I'm trying to prove myself to her, and then you have my children who've lived under her wings while I've been gone. Then you have the military. They have such a high standard, and I've always tried to live up to everyone else's standards. I don't know how to live up to my own and just be happy with that. Does that make sense?
Have you ever thought about setting standards for yourself?
I do, but I always set my standards based around the needs of my family.
Yeah.
And the needs of my family are not necessarily my own.
Well, but your standards have to be based off of something, and being responsible for your family seems like that would be a good thing to set your standards off of.
There's a difference, my daughter believes that she needs $25 to go to dinner with her friends. I believe that she needs to stay home and cook dinner with her mom. Our standards are totally different.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So she's may not vocalize it to me, but I can physically see her disappointment when I reject her in that. And that bothers me because I want to do everything I can to make her happy and uplift her. Okay? My wife, she sees I might sweep and mop the floors in the house while she's at work, and then she comes home and sweeps and mops the floors, telling me my standard wasn't enough. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm never sure where that level is. So I'm always trying to meet my family standards, and my standards are not that high. I don't need much. You give me my music, you give me my beer, you give me my dog, I'm pretty good. So that was 5 questions so far.
Music, beer, and dog. I could go for that.
I'm definitely gonna need a drink after today.
Yeah. Well, trust me, we have enough information to write this paper several times over if we sit and watch this video.
You probably
Both
do.
videos.
Yeah.
But I think we should ask a couple more questions if you guys want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's your turn.
Oh man. What makes you put forth your greatest effort? Never mind. Let me ask a different one. Because I have to answer this too. What are your goals for the future?
Well, I want a degree and I want a job that I love doing. To raise a daughter who is confident in herself and secure and doesn't have daddy issues. I want a little house with a big yard and a big garden. And I want to be debt free and have the opportunity to take a couple vacations.
Very cool. I want to see my daughter graduate, get married and have children. See my son graduate, get married and have children. Be able to take my wife to Hawaii, whatever she wants, and spend our life with smiles on our face instead of stresses on our shoulders. Those are my goals in life. How I'm going to get there, I have no idea. I'm just taking it day by day.
My plan is to win the lottery,
That's a good one.
depending on it.
Do you play?
No.
Well, you're never gonna
Scratchers
win.
once in a while, you know.
I need to go check on my wife. I want to make sure she's not like sitting out in the car. Maybe,
Oh, yeah, of
maybe
course.
she's
Yeah.
sitting in the TV room or something.
Are you thirsty or something? You want water?
Yeah, water would be good.
Alright. Well, I'm not just gonna get it for you. I'll walk you to the kitchen.
I have to stop the video, guys. I could drink something.
Okay.
Can I just say it's extremely odd that this chair only has one armrest?
Yeah. Actually, here, take one of these.
I keep trying to put my other arm up on it. It's not there.
Yeah, we've got some beat up chairs here. This is where chairs come to die.
So where were we?
I asked.
You want to win the lottery? That's what we're
Okay.
at.
Oh.
So now it's your question.
Um,
Unless that was your honest answer and you were just joking and have something else.
No, that's not my honest answer. That's not my entire plan for my future.
Hey man, you never know.
I'd be good with it, but yeah. I want to. Obviously, I want to get hired as a firefighter, career firefighter. I don't want to do it at like Tacoma or Seattle. That's too big for me. I want to be on a medium-sized fire department, maybe like Marysville or Everett. I grew up in the Skagit Valley area. I love it up there. I want to go back. And so, like, working on Mount Vernon or Bellingham or Everett, you know, would really be ideal for me. But I'm also really aware that that's not, you know, a lot of people try and don't make it. And so, kind of in the back of my mind, I'm also interested in line work, you know, just because it's cool, it's with electrical stuff, and you get tons of overtime when it's stormy out, and I love storms, so it's like,
It's also a young man's profession, remember that.
well, I gotta make my money while I'm young then.
True.
I'm in nothing
So is
but young
firefighting
men.
though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, but the thing is the advancement in firefighting, you can get into supervisory roles and own this, not own, but run a station where, you know, you have teams and you're putting, you know, putting plans together, and I'm assuming,
yeah,
but I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to work for you. So, you know,
that's true.
There'll be advancements in the fire field that will take him away from more of the physical work and more to the managerial roles, whereas being a lineman, that's a narrower scope, I'm thinking. And the reason why I know this is because I was a lineman in the Army.
Oh,
So
not a lot of old guys doing that job.
it's a hard job, man.
Well, there's not a lot of old
Heavy, dangerous
firefighters.
work. It's true.
Firefighters die. I've never met an 80-year-old firefighter, you know? You all get cancer, heart attacks.
True story.
Not many firefighters burn up. Very rare. It's kind of an honor, honestly.
Wow.
In my opinion, it is.
That's a profound statement right there, buddy.
I mean, in my opinion, I think of it that way. Just because, I mean, nobody wants to die, but compared
Wow.
to a heart attack or cancer, I don't know much about cancer.
That's okay.
I've had enough struggles in my post-military career that I've asked myself, you know, I've thought to myself more than one time, you know, maybe it would have just been easier to have died on the battlefield. You know, then I turn around and I look at my children and I look at my wife, and I know as honorable as that might have been, there's a bigger reason why we're here doing what we're doing.
Absolutely.
That's fine. That one hit home with me, buddy.
That's cool.
All right, ready?
All right, who's next with the question?
I'll take one.
All right.
What religion do you practice?
I will let you answer that.
What's going on, baby? She's with me. Are you okay? Yeah, but her car's there, right? My car's gone. And I'm gone. Okay. No. That was only for a little bit. I got her. Alright, love you, bye. That's my daughter checking on my wife.
All right.
Anyway, what
Take care.
religion do you practice?
I do not actively practice a religion. It just never really did it for me. It never was really real for me, I guess. But I was definitely raised Christian. I grew up in the church. I actually played on stage quite a bit. I grew up playing violin, and I played a lot of Christmas Eve services. My brother's a recording artist, so that's his.
So you were a violin playing skinny jean.
Actually,
Mohawk
it's
skater kid.
it's a long story. Yeah, I was quite a child. Yeah, my mom wanted me to be much more classical. I would play violin since I was 4, and I was very rebellious when I was younger, and you know, it's not what I wanted, and so we had a clash of spirits once in a while, even 2 or 3 times a day, you know. But I think she wanted what's best for me, and in hindsight, I really wish I had been, you know, more. Really wish I had gone with it a little more, but at the same time, kind of, you know, doing your own thing is the only way to really learn. So
Yeah.
I'm happy with where I ended up.
What was the question?
Christianity,
Oh.
not currently practicing, but a lot of my.
So you believe in God?
I do, but I'm not following the religion, so I'm not sure that it's good that I believe in God, but it's kind of a.
To each his own, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's whatever you can handle in your heart. And the question is, what religion do you practice?
I practice Christianity. I am conflicted about the views of the church, and as far as certain things like, I don't know, relationships and how to raise your kid and just the more traditional views of it. And so I struggle. I go back and forth a lot. But I know that there is a God. I mean, I've had too many experiences to not say that. And I think me just being here still is even one of those, because I think all of the people that were my age that I met going through treatment when I went through it have passed away that had the same cancer as I did.
I remember the look on your face when you said that in your video.
Yeah.
That was another thing that kind of resounded with me.
Yeah. I actually have a tattoo on my wrist that says "Rejoice in the Lord always," just as like my personal reminder. So.
That's pretty cool. And it's not fair because we weren't supposed to have to answer our own questions. So, I do not believe in God. I do not practice religion. I was raised Baptist. And the experiences that I've seen and the things that I've been through in my life have caused me to believe deep, deep, deep in my soul that there cannot be a God, and if there is one, I would hate it. I would hate him for who he is and for what he allows to happen on the face of this planet. I'm not trying to offend anyone, not trying to take away from anyone else's belief, but those are my experiences, and I cannot see an entity that is supposed to be all loving to put the types of despair that I've seen on people's face, and the pain that I've seen people go through, and the anguish. So it almost brings a hatred out in me to even think about it, and I would not ask it if it wasn't actually one of the things in the class that was recommended to speak on. But I didn't think I was going to have to answer it myself. There you go.
Well, we've been answering our own questions the whole time.
I know, but you know, I mean, I have to ask you guys questions too. So.
Well, I could have asked you too.
And it's true.
Yeah.
And I would have gave you the same answer.
Awesome.
You know,
It's
I
just to
doubt
each
that
their own.
I doubt there's anything ever in my life that will ever change that. It's going to have to be a pretty fantastically amazing event that will ever change my thought process on it, because I've seen too much that in my mind proves otherwise. So.
My uncle, I kind of idolize my uncle, honestly. One of them, the other one definitely not. He's that uncle that you kind of hide in the closet. We're having our family reunion, minus your uncle. Anyway, my uncle was a drill sergeant for the Air Force. And he always told me, like, especially coming into this program, it's like, you know, hey, you know, you gotta be positive and love everybody and just don't bring up politics or religion, because then you're alienating half the group no matter what side you pick just by bringing it up. And so I think that's one of the things. It's a psychology class, so they're trying to get deep, but you know, that is a good piece of advice. It meant a lot to me.
That's a good one. I'm gonna remember that one too. All right, are we continuing? We're at 40 minutes.
Oof.
We're at 40 minutes and 7 questions, but I think we have more material to work with than we probably
Yeah.
can write about.
I think so too.
Is it mutual? You want to
Yeah.
stop it?
Sure.
You want to ask any more questions? Anything specific off of base? Now that we've sat here and kind of got to know each other, is there anything that we'd like to say, talk about?
Where did
comment on?
shark bite come from?
So I have a scar from my cancer
Mhm.
that goes from about my spine to right the edge of my shoulder.
Mhm.
And on my first defense trip, which was like the little introductory weekend, they're like, by the way, you can't tell anyone your name. You have to come up with your own name because we're creating a new identity for you,
That's
through
cool.
this. And so on the hour-long trip up to the cabin or wherever, that was our assignment, was to get a name. And so at one of the rest stops, we stopped at, one of the leads came over, the program directors, and I had a tank top on, and he comes up behind me and he's like, what happened to you? Did you get bit by a shark? And so
So
I
you're
just kind of
shark bite.
adopted it, yeah.
Well, Chase, we call Chase Fish because his last name's Herring.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And so in academy, they called him Fish. You know, the drill instructors are pretty, you know, they made up the nickname for him. And I don't think they even knew his name. And we all didn't know his name because, you know, you just met the guy.
Right.
So he was Fish forever. And now he's still Fish.
Nothing wrong with it.
hmm I like stuff like that. I mean, I know my whole group's names, and that's how they'll always be to me, is by that name.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's cool.
It's like, in the military, you go by your last name.
Yeah.
So getting out, and I was a pretty senior level individual before I got out of the Army, I never did Facebook in my life, and then some events in my life caused me to get Facebook, and like within hours I was just flooded with all my former soldiers, friending me on Facebook, and they're all coming on. They all call me First Sergeant Gerard, or Top, or Sergeant Gerard, or whatever, and I'm like, look, I'm not in the Army no more, fuckers. My name's Brad. Some of them will get it, and some of them still have to refer to me as Top or First Sergeant. So, and I fought it. I've been out for about 6.5 years, and I've always, when they call me, I'd be like, that's not my name. I'm not going to reply to you if you ever use it again. Okay, Top.
Yeah.
Fucker. So I've just kind of gotten used to it. So we kind of adopt those things because it is a term of endearment. It becomes who we are.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.